Thank you for participating in the webinar. It is 12 o'clock and I'm in New York, Manhattan. I think this may be the first time in my career that I actually came here to do a full day of work. I come to New York and I think of it as a place to play. So it's been hard for me to calm down and actually focus on working today. But 112 West 34th Street is now a new home for AfroEconomics. Yes, J.B. Bryan Financial Group is at 112 West 34th Street in Manhattan. So make sure that you stay tuned. And we're already planning. So check out the AfroEconomics team. If you go to AfroEconomics.com, go in the chat and ask. We're looking at December 9th for our kickoff workshop in the Big Apple. So I am excited about that opportunity, and I appreciate those of you everywhere who have made this possible to be here. It's a great opportunity. Make sure you get the book, because today I want to talk about the book. Yeah, it's nice to be in New York, but the point is that I want the message of AfroEconomics to be all over America and abroad. And I don't spend a lot of time just talking about it. This is the workbook, and it's at AfroEconomics.com. Click on the bookstore. You can get the book and the workbook. I'm going to use the workbook today because I use this in the workshops, and I want to make sure that you're aware of kind of, what we do when we go through the workbook. After I wrote the book, I said, I'm a workbook type person. Like, I'm a worker bee. So the workbook allows you to actually write in it. You can even, if you just wanted to do the ebook form of it, you can do the ebook. Everybody that comes to the workshops always gets the ebooks free. And but the book is great because I like it in my hand. I like it all together. So when I start with, an introduction, just talking about the history of the black economy and history of our relationship with money, and I'm discussing the first black financial entities and institutions that we had in the United States, and introducing the Adinkra symbols. I have an Adinkra symbol for AfroEconomics. I have an Adinkra symbol for each of the principles of AfroEconomics. And for the first principle of AfroEconomics, it is legacy, and I use this Sankofa symbol. I hope that you are familiar with it, but make sure that you indeed check out the Adinkra symbols and get the book, and you'll be introduced to them as well. But when I thought about my principles, I thought about a symbolic way of looking at each of the principles of AfroEconomics. So the first principle is legacy, and I write here, AfroEconomics is a strategic financial management program designed for the advancement of Black wealth in America and abroad. Bottom line, we got to remember that. The first principle of AfroEconomics is to build your legacy by discovering your why. Discovering your why means, what do you want to engrave and cement on this planet? What is the footprint that you want to leave here? And that is why every day I wake up with this enthusiasm, this desire to make sure that everybody knows how much their financial success impacts this planet. That we all have to have a commitment to excellence. And a commitment to excellence doesn't mean that you have to be perfect, because we're not, but having a commitment towards being the best that we can be financially, creating a name that you can leave so that the next generation with your name can do better in life because they have that investment that you made into excellence. That's truly to me what legacy is. Your legacy is about more than just the accumulation of money and leaving assets behind. And that's the principle, the beginning principle of Afroeconomics, knowing that it's not as easy as we think that when they say legacy planning, typically in the financial industry is about buying insurance policies. That's fine too. I want you to have them. We can find them for you. So we can do that too. But it's about developing that deeper relationship so that when your family does inherit the policies that we get for them, that they will know what to do with it. And it will have a compounding return over generations because they will have that Afroeconomics mentality of doing better and that I have to do the right thing with this money. So developing your legacy involves developing a mentality for your family. That's why I believe that every Black family should have Afroeconomics on their bookshelf. And a second principle is self-reliance, learning how to rely on ourselves. And sometimes we think that because we have a job at what you see as a strong company or that's been around forever, that you can rely on them. But no, you actually have to, even in your corporate job, have a commitment to becoming self-reliant, that I can see myself as an enterprise, as an important entity, as making an important contribution to this corporation while I'm there, and that I am constantly saving for my future and my family while I'm there. You cannot afford to put off your future because when you're following the principles of Afroeconomics, you're committed to becoming self-reliant. Rather, if you're working for someone else or you're not, you can still be self-reliant. There's a lot of people who have their own businesses and are not self-reliant. They're totally depending 100% on how that next contract does. But we have to make sure that we are self-reliant and always making steps to become financially independent and mentally independent as well. So, and we move into the third principle of Afroeconomics of organization and planning, being organized. See the Adinkra symbol with that as well. Being organized, planning your financial future. That's why Afroeconomics, one of the first parts of being a member, where Afroeconomics indeed has a membership. And when you're a member, the first part is me gathering information from you so that we get everything organized. I have a computer link that I send you, and you immediately are able to set up your own financial package. Then we look at it together, then we set it up, and we create a report from it, and then we go back to it at minimum quarterly to make the proper adjustments in reaching the goals that we've set up for ourselves. So organization and planning, principle 3, vital, and Afroeconomics membership can really help you make sure it's done, because we're thinking about everything from your taxes to how much money you might be spending on your lunch at work each day. The fourth principle of Afroeconomics is knowledge. Knowledge, like this discussion, participating in this, taking this time out of your day and exploring Afroeconomics is because you have a commitment to expanding your financial knowledge. As a member, I do morning meetings for members only on Wednesday morning, and we talk about things. A lot of times it's about market conditions and looking at expanding your knowledge in a particular thing. Talking about portfolios and risk tolerance. Those are very important parts of understanding your financial knowledge, indeed. And the fifth principle is integrity. Integrity, doing the right thing and understanding what the right thing is. Understanding why we need to make sure that we understand the tax laws and participate in them fully and learn how to reduce our taxes. that is not against the law to take advantage of the tax laws, but we first have to know them. It's funny how I bring taxes into an integrity issue, but we definitely, integrity is very important. And in legacy, it's still a lot of the legacy principle, the depth of legacy comes to developing a commitment to integrity and being honest and dependable as a big part of our financial life. Not buying things that we can't afford, making sure that we pay for what we buy, that integrity goes throughout your financial life and we just don't see it. But in AfroEconomics, we bring it front and center. The sixth principle of AfroEconomics, see the symbol here, review and accountability, making sure that you review yours. As I was saying, as members, we look at everything each quarter. Make sure that you're reviewing how you're doing financially. If you set a goal, who is your accountability partner? AfroEconomics allows you to have me as your accountability partner in making sure that you're doing regular reviews of your financial position, your financial goals. Even if it's, I want to improve my credit score. So we're working on that. We have to review and check and make sure the score is progressing as you planned. And the seventh principle is entrepreneurship. Now remember, AfroEconomics is about increasing wealth in the Black community. Entrepreneurship, I believe, is a key way to increase wealth because most of the wealthiest people on the planet are entrepreneurs. So that's why on Sundays I have Let's Talk Business. It is just exclusively about financial issues for Black business owners. The eighth principle, credit confidence. Now I've talked a lot about already discussing about credit confidence. If the really the 10th principle is about Black health. Look, but the 8th principle, credit confidence, what's the connection? Well, actually, they've shown a connection between illnesses and low credit scores, hypertension specifically. Yep. So the stress from having bad credit, not working our finances in an area of integrity, not being at our highest selves when we're making financial decisions is leading to the lack of credit confidence or credit score, and then health problems because of the stress. Now, I don't know if that's exactly how it works, but there are also, when you're living drastically above your means, it can create some really hard challenges for you, really challenges for you if there is a point of disability and you don't have the emergency fund available. So, and not having an emergency fund, that's what hurt credit scores. So indeed, the 8th principle of AfroEconomics is having credit confidence. And then the 9th principle, hey, what brings a country girl to New York City? Nothing but determination. All the way live, Miss North Carolina right here. And I am here because I am determined to make sure that AfroEconomics touches the life of every Black individual on this planet so that we know that there is a place to go that focuses on you specifically and your desire to build wealth for yourself and your family. Determination, the 9th principle of AfroEconomics. And principle 10, Black health and Black wealth, I've done an entire webinar on that, on Black health and Black wealth, because it's there, as I said, it connects the most people, unfortunately, if when they research why most people who retired early and they ask them, why did you retire so early? Typically, it was due to health issues. Why did people foreclose on their home? Typically, it's because of a health issue. You can lose a job and get another, but if you're not healthy, you can't get another job because you can't work. So So we definitely have to make a commitment to protecting ourselves, keeping ourselves as healthy as we can. And I know that we have so many stresses as a Black people, as a Black person, that we have these stresses. So by working together and knowing that there is an organization, AfroEconomics, is here for you. Join, network, develop a support system for yourself. Hopefully that will reduce your stress. You'll know that you're doing things to continue to build yourself financially, and that it will lead to a much healthier life for you physically and financially. Thank you all so much for sharing your day with me. I'm JB Bryan, president of JB Bryan Financial Group, the home of AfroEconomics, and it's at afroeconomics.com. Make sure you check it out. Check out the events calendar, got stuff going on everywhere all the time. So I appreciate you coming out to any of the events that I have. Take advantage of them. Have a wonderfully blessed day. Go to the website, go to the bookstore, get the book, get the workbook. Have a wonderful day. God bless y'all.